Hi, Nitin.
How are you?
Yeah, good. Alright, so this is your
Office.
okay. Yeah.
Kind of.
Yep.
We used to have actually the office place, but like it was getting hectic for me.
Alright.
So I
Alright.
started
So good. Can we fan?
I think you'll like this more better.
Sure. If it tears. Okay.
I just think about it is like.
Sure. Can I have water, please? Conversation, because most of the things which we talk are going to be super speedy. Please sit.
Yes.
And I know that you're going to forget everything that we talk about.
Okay.
And I assume that, so this will do the job of, you catching up with the action items.
You need some comfortable chair like this one, like this one.
I mean, like this is more good, but this should go down.
So probably you can try
This
another one.
All right. So you can turn off the fan because it's a real disturbance for the recording. Okay, nice. Sure. All right. All right. So let's start with your problems.
Okay, my problem. So like.
I want to listen to the biggest problem which you have.
How much time do you have for this?
Okay. Let's do one thing. Let's put this to 60-minute thing. All right. And let's try to squeeze in the game in 60. But we can progress later. But I think you set up a tiger target. Attack everything. All right. So 60. Yeah.
So like I'll just go back to the history, like how we IOH over here.
Sure. Just tell me milestones.
Milestones.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, like
What happened? Yeah.
Exactly. So like I got my first job at 11, like before 5 years.
Right.
And like it was like small company like this one.
Right.
But like over there, like I learned a lot.
Right.
And something happened, like the manager used to burst me when I did a good job.
I mean, do you mean to say shame and embarrassment?
Yeah, kind of.
Sure.
Because it was they were Catholics.
Right.
So like they don't care about they don't have any emotions.
Right.
I can
right. So a bit straightforwardness.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's not forwardness, like, but it's like if you do better,
yeah,
they will be forcing you to do it more better.
Sure.
But they are not going to help it in
sure.
How can we?
So you left alone. Yeah, I got it. I got the context.
Yeah.
And then what you decided?
So like I left from that place.
Sure.
Then I got to the second company.
Yes.
Again, like the things went well, things went bad.
Okay.
So my problem is like
the conclusion is you are a bit better than the
other one.
Yes.
And I cannot tolerate the people. Something is going wrong.
Right.
That is the first.
Right.
So like as of now, like I'm working with in a company as well as I'm running this.
Sure.
So that is the current situation over here. So the problems in my life.
Right.
So if in this,
right,
when I started, it's like I had one very big client.
Right.
He's from the Pune itself.
Right.
I worked for him for 1 year. In the second job. Then he moved to Mexico.
Okay.
But again, like the way he moved Mexico, like he ditched a number of people in Pune and like. So I
you were part of it.
Yes, I was part of it. Not that. The ditch was like he was my CEO. When I worked under him. So like then we worked as a partner for probably 4-6 months.
Okay.
And like the biggest issue was like this getting satisfied, like because the problem was he used to give us this small requirement, just install this whatever thing. And then he used to expect the bunch of work which used to come from along with it. And like if then the he used to
very deeper expectations.
Yes, and the requirement is very simple and with a very very deep expectation. Then I try to I just try to move things forward just creating the documents and just getting it processed so that at least he and me should be on one page. But things didn't work out.
No problem. Then what you decide?
Then secondly, I had to I cannot beg him in front of.
You moved on?
Yes, I moved on.
Okay.
So like it was a very quick, like you
Right,
like,
right. You just left it.
Because I just left it.
Yeah, so
because
second company over.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, not company over.
Uh-huh.
Actually, I have to run this at any cost. Like
Correct.
my dream is very big
Right.
in this company.
Right.
I don't want it to be it's in the small bunch, but
No problem.
I just wanted to
Right.
just to I would like to share with you, like I want to make it like the Ubuntu kind of thing, like
Okay.
I have to make a one operating system which
Okay.
works with all the devices. That is my dream
Wonderful.
with this company.
Right.
Okay, but I have the experience in Java, .NET, like mostly in the web development,
Right.
all in the web development.
Right.
So we started with it.
Right.
Then I used to get his assignment.
Uh-huh.
Then in between, like I met a person in Wakad,
Uh-huh.
my car, which is my first client. Actually, my first client.
Uh-huh.
Because I worked for the next client, it was totally outsourcing. Like
Okay.
I was just getting the money, and
Right.
like there is no name actually.
Right. So what's happening, like problem wise? What's
So
happening?
problem was like, I'm just coming to that problem.
Okay,
So
okay.
like right now, so till the story, I have only one client.
Mhm.
Now the problem is like I need more clients.
Mhm.
So, but I had already invested more than probably 4 lakhs
Mhm.
in the like
The infra and the resource and everything
resource
like
and all
that.
this
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
So I can't hire the marketing person.
Right.
Because hiring a marketing person is a big job.
Right.
It's a big thing. The marketing person in our world, it's a business developer.
Right.
We in local market we call it.
So you need, yeah. So coming back to the point, I mean, like one sentence, and your problem is you need clients.
Yes, absolutely.
Correct?
Right.
All right. So currently, what are you doing for it?
So then I interviewed bunch of people.
Uh-huh.
So like when we started, like my agenda is very simple. You get me onto the projects, I will give you percent.
Mhm.
That was the agenda. Like each and everything, people used to say yes.
Mhm.
Now 2 people are working with me in the same way,
Mhm.
but like they are not getting as such.
Mhm.
Now the things are me just going, like I'm not making any money, but I'm not losing. This is my current situation. Before 4 months,
Mhm.
actually I was about to put in money, like I have to put my food on in my from my own pocket
Mhm.
to pay these people.
Mhm.
At least as of now, I don't need to pay.
Mhm.
So at least I'm getting like what I'm like what are my expenses like is equal to
Mhm.
my income.
Right.
But the problem is, this is my first problem.
Mhm.
Second problem is like I used to be a very good leader, but I saw n number of videos, like how to get more from the people.
Mhm.
But certainly there's a 2 problem with me.
Mhm.
So like in this when we come to the smaller company,
Mhm.
people don't trust.
Mhm.
That is the first problem. So getting a good resource
Mhm.
is something either it's way expensive,
Mhm.
or people mostly don't trust it. Like because they think like when it will like over, and when it
Got it.
the company
Yeah.
like
The perception.
Exactly.
Exact perception is wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So and to be more honest, like I don't like to convey the people or
Right.
convince the people. Like
Right.
it's a waste of
You're a back-end guy.
Yes, it's a waste of time
Right.
because the person who wants to trust you, he will
Right.
trust you with
Right.
0 word.
Right.
If you don't want to trust you, like you shoot 100 words,
Correct.
still he won't trust
Right.
me. So that is why, and then the problem is like currently I have a couple of people, I will not say bad, but like they are performing okay. But I stuck like I stuck with them, like I cannot move them forward, they are not moving me forward.
Mhm. Mhm. Fire them.
Yes.
Fire them.
Not fire them.
All right. So can I talk now?
Yeah, of course.
All right. The first problem is, you're getting clients. I want to ask you a very straight question. You give a very straight answer.
Yeah.
All right. How much percentage of your work is public?
Exactly. Very 10-15%.
Got it?
Yeah.
What I want to say.
Yes, even I am also aware about that.
All right. I want you to now dig deep in this discussion, which is a very important discussion. Your work being private is your enemy.
Right, of course.
Now this, of course, is killing you. This is also, of course.
Yes.
But you underestimating this fact is not, of course.
It's getting me something, but not the thing I want.
Okay, so if you're going to run the same way, you're going to get the same things,
Absolutely not. Like I have to change.
right? Whatever is holding you back or is just making you stay where you are both negative,
Right.
right?
Right.
So what you do?
So currently I'm hiring
You've got
connecting.
Yeah, you've got two chances over here to give yourself a chance of just dropping that resource, whatever it is. Second chance, you want to give yourself a chance to give them a chance. Got it?
Okay.
Simple?
Yeah.
The biggest problem about every technical guy is that they think that things will work technically in this practical world. Meaning that it's okay for me to understand that a database guy will see the world in the database way, and he will believe that yes, the database exists and the way businesses work is just like this, but the business guy who makes a lot of money just doesn't care about what the database is.
Right.
So I just want you to take an eye-on-eye contact to those people who just don't know any technology. I want you to erase every part of your brain virtually and just forget about everything which is like cloud, this and stuff like that, and technology-wise and things like that. And I want now you to just create a brain which is completely opposite of that. Try to understand my words. Because I'm going to speak something which is going to be completely opposite of how you may think, but that's going to give you the clients. Got it? Simple. So the reason why I said you that putting your website content revolving around how you do things creates a very big confusion in this practical world, because the world wants to have solutions. You're providing solutions, you believe that there are solutions, but they believe, how of use is this for me? So they don't connect to the solution. Because right now, the reason why I'm over here is to give you a solution.
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
So, people don't understand how a cloud will solve it, how some technology would solve it. They don't understand. You understand that.
Right.
Got it?
Right.
Why put it? Got it?
Yeah.
So, coming to the point now. Never ever put, literally I'm telling you, this is a rule. Never ever put any technology which you are using to develop a solution. Why? Why?
I got that.
Got it?
Yeah.
Why?
So actually coming back to the same point, even probably how Rajeshri came back to you. So we actually started redeveloping the whole website. Right? We started redesigning it again.
Right. So now, do you understand the seriousness of the consumer behavior?
Yes.
The consumer behavior is like, I don't care about what Fair and Lovely has. I just want a fair skin.
Right.
Got it? Simple. I don't know how this temple works, but I've heard that this works and I just want to give it a shot. But I don't know and I don't want to know how it works. So people today have come to a place where they are headline readers, meaning that they do not invest their time reading even the first letter of the first word of the thing which is next to the title. This is how horrible the situation is. Got it?
Right.
Meaning, the technology comes in the detail of things.
Right.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the way you solve the problem and then you create the solution.
Right.
But no one cares about it. I mean, they're just reading the headlines, right?
Right.
That means they're worrying about whatever crap you're creating, does it solve a problem? So the headline, which is like problem solved, like that would be more trustable. And if you just, now listen carefully, if you just very carefully just tip and jump ahead to these headlines and create a story, you would win. I mean, I'm saying never go 1 mm deep in the ocean. It's a horrible mistake. Right now, you are in the 20, 30, 40 kilometers down the ocean right now.
Right.
So you have to come up, meaning that you have to title everything and not code everything.
Yeah, I got that.
Got it?
Yeah.
So I'm coming to abstraction. You know what abstraction is. Abstraction is completely hiding of everything which you do.
Right.
Got it?
Yeah.
Hide up everything, show the world how you have solved the problems in the past X, Y or Z days, months or years. That's all what you have to do. Keep aside building the websites right now. Do not worry about that. I'm just saying this. You don't have to do it.
Okay.
Because the people who are making money are literally not making money just by developing website content. They're making it by convincing people in their minds and not in their eyes. And the website which you're trying to do or to be or to create is an impact visual impact.
Right.
It's not a mental impact. Got it? The sales funnel happens this way, or this way. Am I right?
Yeah.
Got it?
Yeah.
You hear it and you believe it. You see it and you believe it. But the biggest one, you think and you convince yourself that yes, this is the best, and you don't trust your ears and eyes, and then you go with this.
Right.
I want you to do this.
Right.
Because the website is this. I mean, like, I saw the Airtel 4G ad 1,000 times. Doesn't mean I'm going to take that SIM card or something like that. Just because I heard some network provider like someone else is good, and then because of my friend says I'm going to do that. No, I mean, like, I'm more smarter, I think, right? So everyone thinks that way.
Right.
So I'm going to ultimately, that means consumer is ultimately going to trust his or her own thing, which is a small government of India right over here.
Right.
So I want you to attack that. Because the most powerful attack is the mind. So whatever visual you create, or whatever, like right now we come to the point where 85% of the thing is just not the thing, which is like you said, 15 or 20% is what is public.
Right.
Got it? I want you to increase that to 99%.
Exactly, that is my target.
So how you do that is by showing you cannot create an overnight success story. I don't expect you to do that. But it's quite practical that you've put in so much effort since the years, and I know that you at least know what you did.
Right.
I want you to gather up the video, audio, things like that which have been done as evidences, frame up titles, and just headline push into every different thing, which is social integration on online platforms, telling people what problems you solve of people.
Okay.
What problems you solve. Let's say, for example, I tell people how many problems I solved. I never tell people how I solve them.
Right.
That's how people just give me cash.
Right.
Do this. That's it. I expect your website to look like, you know what, we've solved these many problems, and if you say we solved so many discrete or diverse problems, and those are the titles which we want to do, don't ask us how. Just trust us. No. Just look at us, how we are flowing, how we are rolling. That's it. I mean, you just need to give them the past data. Okay, you tell me, why did you feel your mind? You means your mind, right?
Okay.
Why did you feel you have to meet me? Top reason. Meet, right? We are meeting over here.
Yeah, right.
So what part of your brain or your mind told you that yes, this would be something productive or this would be something profitable? What was the statement? The top one.
The issues you got, like what kind of things are going around.
Mm-hmm.
So like I thought like you were on the same page because I was thinking the same thing.
Right? Okay. So if that was your reason why it got convinced, and then you said, okay, alright, let's do something about this, and let's call and then let's meet.
Right.
The consumer also wants you to come to their page.
Okay.
Got it? Simple?
Can you just repeat?
The consumer wants you to come to
their page. Okay.
Convinced? Agreed? Because you said it, right?
Right.
Correct? Simple? But the consumer hates, and I repeat, the consumer hates to come to your page. Meaning the consumer hates to learn about even the word data science. It freaks him.
Right.
Literally, I mean, that hazardous thing, that poison you are putting in your website, the moment you are typing data science and putting on a website, your website. I mean, that's the biggest common sense mistake which you are doing, and that is not common sense.
Yeah.
I told you, and I gave justification for that.
Yeah.
So the biggest thing which you are right now doing, stop doing that. That is step number 1, right? Preventing losses is step number 1.
Right.
And before just going on of catching up money and stuff like that. So step number 2 is to understand consumer behavior. Consumer behavior is very simple. Consumers trust those people
Okay.
Who, now listen, this is more important. Who have given solutions to people in their past. That's it. If that person has not given solutions to anyone, it would be like, should I go ahead or not? And I'm talking about literally the word is solution, not technology, not web thing, nothing. I mean, no infrastructure, no team. Consumers love one thing, and that is only one thing, that is solution. The word SOLUTION. Put up a page in your website, highlight 20 font, I don't care, write solutions. I would love it. And then write down all the solutions in titles. That's it. I don't want the story. I mean, I'm not going to read it. I'm a consumer, right? I don't have the time. So you come to their page. Right. This is the story.
Right.
So I'm not interested, but I want how many and whose problems did you solve? And I want to see it.
Right now.
I'm a consumer, I'm just telling you.
Okay.
Be big. I mean, like, think. I want you to just take the parachute and, come down from top.
Right.
In your mind. And try to see how the world gets narrow, but don't be the narrow.
Right.
The world will get narrow.
Of course.
Obviously. But don't be there. So be a parachute. I mean, correct?
Right.
Be the big picture, but that's not enough, right? You have to come down to the 0 and 1. You have to come to the control V. But that's the end, right?
Right.
Because now, correct?
Yeah.
That means, see, what you start your day with is that I want to build an operating system. But ultimately, you parachute it down and then you control C, control V, type something. Right? So it's always recommended to start from a big height. And the big height of consumer behavior is solution. So I want to tell you what the mistake is. That you've started at the wrong place. How can you reach at the right place? Got it?
Yeah, I'm well aware of it.
Exactly. So it's very simple. Now, if you were to tell people how you served in the past with solutions to those people who were just crying, they would have a bigger turnover, bigger thought over your solutions, and they will come to you asking for more solutions. Why? Because their mind tells them this is the place to be. And I really don't care about what proportion of technology, this, that, database or whatever you use, but I only care about, do I get my solution for the cost I pay? Yes, no, maybe, and then that is what I care. So just give them your past data about people versus problems solved metrics.
Okay.
Simple?
Yeah.
People versus problems solved metrics, 2 columns.
Okay.
And then show it to the world that this is what you did your entire life, career life.
Right.
And I know you've not done that.
Right.
Because you even did not think about it. Because consumer behavior doesn't have any connection with actual problem solving. It's consumer behavior. It's behavior at all. It has no connection with how you solve a problem. Meaning,
okay,
your friend has got nothing to do with what you do. He's your friend. He behaves in that way just because he just behaves that way. So if you think that I'm going to score more and impress him, it's never going to happen. If you think that you're going to outsmart him, it's never going to happen. Because it's his behavior. He just is like that. You get me?
Yeah.
That's it. Meaning that as when your friend do not change, when you try to do something else and try to impress, the consumers are literally like that. They just don't change because you try to jump here and there and do something. But they change when they see that you have got something which is like, you've got something which is going to give them their problems solution.
I'm getting at you, but to be more honest, I had a very different experience regarding the same thing.
What happened?
So even today I was so busy, there are 3 meetings at the Pimpri Research side.
Right.
One want to make an app, or the something like the Alibaba one. The other one like the want to make a business to business Magento Commerce, and the third was the college one. Like I had 3 different people, 2 from the e-commerce, 1 from the content based website. Like the first one like went very well. Like, we just asked for the how you code, and like we just like we'll just let you know by after 2-3 days. Like the meeting is over in 15-20 minutes. We move to the next meeting. So probably I'm getting at your side when you look at it, but like the people right now, my experience is that people are getting into technical. That is what I saw. Like my
why?
70% people are asked about it, like what to do technically. Like after, even if like the problem is, see, I'm in an ocean without, I don't know even how to swim, so I have to try each and everything. So as you said, like I have shown the same thing. Like for some client, like how many clients I work with and what they are doing right now, how they are doing with my product or whatever I built it. It went to the same thing, but like the problem is every client is something different, and it's hard to expect like how we can. It's like a guessing game, something like we just have to guess them each and every time, then like and how they are about to think, and then you're getting me, I think.
I understand everything. Yeah.
Yeah. So like that is the problem. So like
okay. So when this is the problem, okay. When you say that every client is different, isn't this a simple solution to just give them the solution?
Exactly.
Got it? And not worry about how you do it?
But right now they are interested in how I do it.
Who? Tell me. I mean, which client and what's the background?
Many clients. Like
right? So they ask you what questions?
See, they're technically like how, like there are e-commerce, probably you
Can't you override that question by like, what do you exactly want? And then you would be freed up with that. Why? Because it's optional. Okay, first of all, I want to ask you, is this compulsory or optional for them to know how you do it?
They are interested. Like, like the whether it will be like the secure.
Now, when they're interested, don't you feel it's your extra time which is being wasted?
Exactly.
Correct?
Exactly.
You have to take up that call. You know why? Because now I'll challenge you. If you minimize that, the optional things, don't you have much time? And then, is it not time equals money? And is it not like more meetings and then more turnover and more things? So when you talk about a little bit extra of, okay, alright, so he's interested and I'm going to talk about, no. If you can cut it down literally on your ethical scale or the value time scale, then you would have much more to do and much more to actually go on with. So I'll tell you what exactly I mean. See, if you want to eat directly versus you're going to eat by cooking, it's going to make a big difference. It's optional to cook today, right?
Right.
Be on this page. It's optional literally to build technologies also. You've got everything and you know more better than me. You've got APIs, you've got this, that, you've got automation. Right? Today the day is not about work. Do you even imagine like this? It's not the world of work. Because if you compare today's this country versus today's the most progressed country, I don't want to name any country, I'm talking about the country to country comparison. The countries who are growing are not working. You know why? Because those countries are giving work to other countries. And I don't say it's my country because I don't want to say that. Get me?
Somehow. Yeah, I'm getting
Got it?
Yeah.
So I want you to think about providing the solution, not developing the solution. You know why? Because when you develop the solution, your hands become brown, black and dirty. And then when your hands, and I quote unquote, your hands become that, it's impossible for you to do anything else. How will you grow? How will you create an OS? Look, creating an OS is not difficult, but it's not easy. It's not easy. It's not difficult also, but it's not easy. For that, you have to build it. The cost of building that would be to just provide solutions from this network which you have right now from here. So if you just provide the solutions, you could build this. And if you're thinking like, okay, I'm going to build this and build this,
it's not going to happen. Meaning, you cannot cook tea and coffee simultaneously. If you have to cook coffee by your hands, you have to ask Rajeshri to actually cook tea at the same time.
Right. I'm
Correct?
English. Yes.
Are you married?
No.
Okay.
Just English.
Okay. So, when you're going to get married, do you feel like it's going to be the same or it's going to be more responsibilities?
Of course, it's more.
Got it? Got it? Now hang on this. If you now feel that okay, anyways, like future is mine, I want to live for 100 years and I want to do it all, it's not possible. Because as I told you, the problem is everyone who's a technical guy thinks that the technical things would work practically. Because we've seen it, it's believed, it's a proven system. The books say, the blogs say, and it's all typed, so we believe in it. I'll give you a very simple example. What if I say, breathe? Okay? What impact it has versus if I say, please breathe right now. Just breathe. Breathe it?
Yeah.
Which one was making a difference? Got it?
Yeah.
So there's a big difference, right?
Right.
So we thinking of doing something visionary versus we actually putting the work, and when we put in the work, we actually delegate all the rest and we actually outsmart all the rest is the game. Meaning that if I have to come over here, I have to literally delegate or delay or delete. Three things. Delegate, delay or delete. Rest of the things for which this is the cost of that sacrifice.
I didn't get you, to be more honest.
Look at it. If I was at my home right now,
Okay.
could I be over here?
Of course not.
Got it? If you are working on 10 projects right now, 2 or 1 project, can you create an OS?
No.
Forget about the OS. I mean, like, I'm talking about going to the beach and just hanging out. Can you do that?
Of course not.
Got it?
Yeah.
So the big mistake which you're trying to do over here and you're doing since so much of time is you're working. Okay, now let me tell you more frankly.
Okay.
You touching the keyboard and mouse is the biggest mistake of your life right now.
I agree.
Got it?
Yeah, I agree.
Got it? Now, when you hire people or when you delegate or when you freelance or you just pull out things from the internet or whatever,
Yeah.
the question is, people hire their strengths. And are you doing the same? That's the question. See,
Somehow.
yeah, exactly.
I'll not say.
Hire your weaknesses. That's the solution. Means what? What you know nothing about, hire them. If you know something and you're hiring someone of that domain and then they are typing, they're doing and they're creating something and from the back you're saying like, this is not the way this works. I tell you, get up. And then you're like, haha, you've done the wrong thing.
I'm well aware about it.
Got it?
Yeah.
That means you have to hire someone who's like, when they work, you should be like, I'm just so proud of you, I just love what you do because I'm just not good at it. Got me?
Yeah.
So you have to hire someone who's completely opposite of you.
Okay.
Completely, I'm saying 100%. Meaning, I cannot work with someone who talks like me.
Right.
Because I'm a great talker. But, I desperately need someone who can create a website. You know why? Because I'm simply worse at it. Right now, your job is that you know how to code.
Yeah.
You have to find someone opposite. In the places, in the technologies, in the arenas, in the mainstreams, everything, literally everything. And then, you have to give them whatever they take. You know why? Because they'll be doing exactly the nut and bolt thing. If you're a nut and they are the bolt and you give them whatever it takes, they would actually work for you forever. That's the sacrifice.
I'm getting at you somewhere.
See, it's an easy thing. Just understand, you're the nut. If you work with another nut and you show them, okay, you're a smaller nut, I'm a bigger nut. This is how this works. And I'll be going into the bolt and showing you how. And then that's a small game where you feel victory, but actually you're screwing up your own self. Meaning that if I go and party out a pizza, it's a win-win for me for that hour, but tomorrow morning I know what happens. Versus, if I go on a salad diet right now and sleep, tomorrow morning I would have literally lost out 100, 200, 300 grams.
Right.
I'm not talking about short term, long term, I'm talking about immediate results. Very immediate results. I mean, whatever you put in, you just get it out. Because the world is so fast. It's absolutely fast. So what I'm trying to say is that you touching your keyboard, mouse, and you looking at your... I'm telling you three things, I'll repeat. You touching your keyboard, mouse, and you looking at your screen, literally is the enemy of the profit margin, the top line revenue of your life. Literally, that's an enemy. And you're asking your enemy to support you. Meaning, what are your three enemies? The keyboard is the enemy. You're touching it again and again. You're saying that, please work for me. It's never going to happen. The screen, I define it as an enemy of you. You're working with it. How can anyone just work with the enemy and get excited or success? It's impossible. It's impossible. You know today what I do? I have sacrificed touching the keyboard and the mouse and the screens, and I'm going all out physically to do my real business because I believe that I have to get the cash, and that is ultimately important for me, because without revenue I just cannot just keep touching the mouse. So I just grab it first. We have to redefine what we are doing. And the doing is that we want to take money out of it. If I asked you the question, can you make money out of creating 100 projects? The answer would be no.
Of course.
See, don't be technical. Technically anything is possible. Meaning that your technical brain says, okay, create 100 projects and sell, and then you get the money and then you make money. Oh, yeah, it's possible. Don't be technical. Be practical.
Yes, I'm
correct.
Yes.
Correct. But is it possible for me to just focus on the 1% of the top pyramid, the 1%, the top percent, and just get the crystal first? I'm talking about first. Get the crystal, and then the pyramid is just bricks.
I lost you.
See, what if you just get the work done first and then build it? Then you do anything what you want. You're doing the wrong way. Meaning, you're developing things. I mean, you're going like this.
You're asking me to do like this?
Yes! Get the crystal first. The difference between the 0.0001% of the game is the crystal for which you're working actually.
Okay.
Whatever it may be. It may be cash, it may be the main function of your application, it can be anything. I mean, just imagine that. That's the main piece. But people are so freakily afraid of that particular thing to grab that first. They're just afraid. They're just afraid. They would never touch it because they would feel like, oh, what would happen? How do people feel? It's embarrassing, it's shame, whatever it is. So they would just not do it. It's possible, but they would not do it. Meaning, I am afraid, people say like this to themselves, I'm afraid to tell the sir, you're wrong. But you know what? It was needed. It was simple. No one did it. You know what? It's so simple. You could have said to your boss, sir, you're dead wrong in this decision. You never did that. It was needed. You get me?
Yeah.
The crystal means the most important thing, and that is 0.0001% of the game. Means that you believe that's the end of the story. No, that's the start of the story.
Okay.
Got it? Means sales, marketing and branding, now double quotes, for you should be the first thing you attack. And you know what you're doing? Everything else.
I got you.
Meaning that you interviewing a branding guy or a marketing girl is all crap, waste of time.
How?
100%. Okay, tell me. Do you have a boss?
No.
Who's going to set everything there? Got it?
Yeah.
Got it?
Yeah.
Employees never ever, and I repeat, never ever can sell. Kids can never ever go out and earn money because that's the function of the father. It's simple.
Okay.
You don't have, you answered my question, right? You don't have a boss.
Right.
That's it. That's the reason why the three things belongs to you.
Got you.
No, and that's not the mistake of the girl or the boy who's just like, come on, I mean, like, I have all the skills, so why didn't you just give me the marketing, sales or branding job? I mean, because you are unconvinced. The answers they gave were just unconvincing because you had better answers than them. And you know why? You're afraid like, you know what, instead of these guys, if I could have just been there for that client meeting, I would have grabbed the opportunity easily. But that was a crystal. And you're always afraid of the crystal. Because there are two things in it while grabbing it. Shame and embarrassment, both, which I used in the words. You know what you have in your mind? I'm the boss. How can I sell?
Of course not.
Got it?
Yeah.
Got it? This exactly is stopping you and your business.
Okay, so like coming back to the same thing, I talked to many people, like, you know, like, this is not the one-man job, like, Tigarish over here. Cannot be only me, like, it was like the whole idea, all the people I surround. So like, see, many people said like you can't do each and everything. If you're good at it, good at the development, you have to do that. But the problem is like you have to find some people.
You know what the crazy thing about the world is now this is going very good.
Okay.
The world is going in the wrong direction. Let me tell you. People talk about what you're great at. And I laugh at it. You know why? There's no connection between what you're great at versus what you want in life. Okay, you tell me.
Okay.
You tell me. I've got 2 cups. Simple. In one cup, there's the thing which you are great at. Put that particular thing here.
Right.
Let's call it the biggest technology which you are great at. Tell me.
CHP.
Put it. This is the cup.
Right.
And now the second thing which I said. What you want in life. What do you want in life? Just tell me one word. Simple. Just tell me anything.
Money.
Put it. Okay? And I tell you, okay, take one.
Right.
Got it?
So probably you
Start laughing at this concept now. What's your strength? Do the SWOT assessment. What? That's got no connection with what you want in life. Example. I'm great at public speaking. I'm great at everything. I've got so many certifications. But hey, wait. You would think that I love doing that? You're dead wrong. I want something else, but I have to desperately, unwillingly, cryingly do it. Because I had no option. You got me?
okay.
Meaning, the reason only why you're doing all this is because you've got no option. Because if you had option, that there was someone to do or the machine was automated, you would just go and have fun.
Yeah.
It's simple. It's dead simple. So what I'm trying to say is that don't relate what you want in life to actually what you're great at. So now forget what you are actually great at. Forget it. I mean, just laugh at it.
Okay.
I mean, see, if you're great at PHP, does anyone give a crap?
Of course not.
Of course not, right? Not even for me. I'm not talking about you. Not even for me. If I say to everyone in the hall, you know what, I'm great at this, and I'm machine gun at everything. They won't give a crap to anything, even if I shoot like 500 rounds of things. But, if I say, this is what I want to achieve,
Okay.
people will be like, wow man, this guy is just going towards that. And then, you know what you're great at. So today, you have to just push outside your skin what you want in your life. That's it. And for that, revolve the fan blades, 3 blades of marketing, sales, branding. 3 blades of that fan. And that fan you have to become. You cannot delegate that function. Meaning, I've got so many people. I've got 6 freelancers. No one can market me, can brand me, can sell me, except me. You know why? Because every time I've told them, you're just screwing up the entire thing. You just don't know how to brand my business. Every time. Literally every time. Because every time I found out corrections. You know, this is not the way you should do it. And then I said, this is my job. And then I kept in my home, inside the kitchen small box, the shame. And another box, the embarrassment. And the third box, what would people feel like the boss is coming? Oh, you have to go because no one can make them believe what your team can do best than you.
Right.
Absolutely. So, okay. That means you being in the office is an enemy of your business.
I got you.
That's it. That's it. Your in time, the clock in time of your business is exactly going to eat up your business. The more you sit in the office, the more you will be failing. The more you are outside the office, the more you will be successful. Simple. Now my office is my home. I've got a big guard apartment. I've worked so hard that I've closed down all the expenses. See, office is an expense. You get me? It's simple, right? You pay so much. So office is not an office. It's an expense in the money terms. I've just closed it. All the expenses are just down. That means I just want the crystal. Got it? So what I did is that I wrapped up all my things. I put it into my graduation college room and I made a deal with them. I'm not going to pay you anything. I went to my college and then I said, sir, I want some space because my office is not there and I'm going to put all my objects. They said like, I'm not going to pay you monthly, whatever. They asked me payment and I was like, no. I'll give you a trade. And I'll give you training programs and you give me per month this is the amount. And that much I'll be training you. All expenses I zeroed down. And I said, I want the crystal, I want the room at any cost and I'm not going to pay you.
Okay.
Meaning that I'm doing nothing and I'm getting everything.
Right.
Literally, do this. That's called ARRS, Asymmetric Risk Reward Strategy. Means what? You give 0.0001% of your investment and you literally take profits 99.009. It's possible.
Right.
Because the system is of 100%. If you're putting 99% efforts, what remains is 1%. That's going to come. And do you want it? No. Because I said, what you want in life is far more takeable than what you don't suck at. You're great at. That's just not the deal. I might be great at whole sort of things. I mean, I cannot sell my Octavite. I cannot sell it. You get me? Because Octavite describes, it doesn't describe what I want. It describes what I'm great at. So look at the value of what I'm great at. It's 0.
Right.
So I cannot trade this. I can only trade this.
Right.
That's it. So from tomorrow onwards, don't touch 3 things. The screen with your eye, don't touch your screen with your eye. It's horrible, I'll tell you. It's horrible. For you, because you're the boss.
Right.
And there's no one above. Got it? For you. See, I'm being very narrow. He's like, I'm not being like the guru or the mentor or philosophy. No, I'm being very specific to what I understand from you. So if it is somebody else right now sitting over here, it will be a different story for them. So I'm not generic. So I'm being very specific. So whatever I say, take that into context. Context means like in the proper position in your mind.
Right.
So that really is helpful for you. So don't compare it like, okay, he said this to me, that means it will be applicable for my employees also. No. Got it? So I'm being very to you only right now.
Yeah.
So now what I say is, like, the moment you decide to touch your keyboard, mouse and screen, be ready to lose.
Right.
Meaning that I have to be ready to just be embarrassed, shameful and guilty if I'm going to have the pizza, the burger or the french fries. Because it's going to literally, let's see. Success doesn't give a F about how tall you are, correct?
Right.
What's your caste, creed, color, whatever. It gives all the F about what you've actually done for me to come to you.
Right.
So let's say for example, if this is success and this chair, if this is success, this asks you and me both on an unbiased way that, yeah, so it says, I will only go to the person who actually, correct? And the success is not what you are great at and I am great at. It is what we want. So if you want success, actually you will run to it. Simple.
Right.
So, you want money?
Yeah.
Where is money? Tell me. In development or in marketing, sales and branding?
Marketing, of course.
Absolutely. Run it. And now you have to be on the last floor of the entire pyramid and never come down. Meaning, imagine the pyramid is the big building and you literally never come down. You just stay on the top floor. Every time. Every time you're getting... Coming back to your problem, you want more clients?
Yeah.
Now you got the solution?
Yeah.
Only you can get it.
Yeah. I got it.
That's it. And now you're coming to the point where like, okay, I suck at communication skills. Comms is an issue, interpersonal skills is an issue, meeting an issue. People ask me, give me one word. Give me one word to success. There's only one word for you and me both. Practice.
Of course.
That's it. So if you feel like, your mind says, let me look at how to get great at, and I'm going to watch out a channel on YouTube or something of that sort, or I'm going to read a book. Nothing is going to work. If you swim, you're going to learn swimming.
Yeah.
And you're going to understand the ins and outs. Because you became great at PHP because you practiced it.
Right.
Got it? That's it. So the three things you have to become the fan of indicated two things. One, the blades of the fan and the location of the fan. The location of the fan and you are the fan right now.
Right.
Because you said there's no fan above you. That means there's only ceiling.
Right.
That means there's only cloud of you, your business. So when you are the fan, two things matter. You have to have three blades. That means you have to market, you have to brand, you have to sell. And the second thing which I said, the location of the fan. It's always on the top.
Right.
That's it. If you take the fan right now physically down and you put it down and you run it full speed, that's it. That's it. And see, look, I'm not being philosophical. I ask you questions and depending on yes or no, I'm making out my answers. That means I'm very tactical. It's not the algorithm, right, which decides what the customer's data is going to be. It's never your personal choice in the code.
Right.
That's it. That's it. So if a client calls you say like, you know what, the system says, fuck you. But that was a personal thing, but it never says that, right? That means the system has an algorithm which decides according to the inputs what to give. That's it. So I'm talking the same way. I have not come here to give any personal advice.
Right.
Because it's going to fuck both of us.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, I'm here to give you something which is, I'm creating an algorithm in my mind, taking inputs from you, understanding what the complexity is, and deriving some code which would actually be narrowed down to only you specific, because you're a user of my system right now.
Right.
And I cannot afford to give you a solution of someone else's past data, because his inputs were different.
Right.
Therefore, his output was usually different.
Right.
Therefore, I have to actually give you a very narrowed down working for you solution. It doesn't work for anyone else. It's like, your body thing, you give the measurement because you want the Diwali clothes for you, not for your brother. So you give your measurement first. It's very simple. Your business only grows if you give measurement to your business in terms of your definition of marketing, sales, and branding.
Yeah.
And now my question is, can you remove your brain and install it in your marketing head? It's impossible. You get the best marketeer, a female, the most gorgeous girl. The question now still remains, the success is different than you and me. It says, dude, if you want to make her market, sell and brand, just make her your cloud, your boss.
Yeah.
It works. It works. You got it?
Yeah.
That means I'm not against someone marketing, branding, sales. They have to be above you.
Right.
Absolutely. Because otherwise, they're just doing the documenting thing. And now they're great at it, but do you want that? No, you want what you want.
Right.
You want what you want, because that was the criteria, that was the data input which I said, versus what you're great at. So never measure your company on how great the company is. Wrong question.
Yeah.
Take this in the right context. See, we have to measure everything on how great it is. But now we're talking on a different scale, and therefore that is not a parameter.
Right.
Correct?
Yeah.
Are you getting me?
Yes, yes.
So I mean, like, don't people say, oh, how did he say don't measure on value of analytics? No. I'm with it, but the context is different. We want to make money, right?
Right.
So grabbing the right hook right now and not jab on the things which we are great at. So we want to grab the hook.
Okay.
Correct? Because you want the hook, and therefore I'm telling you to grab the hook first. And now the question is like, who is going to grab the hook? I'm convincing you that you have to.
Yes.
Correct? Because I understand your problem definition, which was I want clients. Talk me on that.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
So when I said that you are the fan, meaning that you cool down everyone else. Also, the third thing.
Right.
The location of the fan on the top always,
Right.
never coming down. That means never meeting your employee. Means see, when I say never meeting your employee, doesn't mean you don't see the face.
Okay.
Never meeting your employee means in the context of like minimal. Because if you meet the employee and they will like, my son is like this, they get it.
Right.
So when your fan makes out who you are, the fan is no more a fan.
Of course.
It happens.
Yeah.
So when you want to go up and scale the business on all directions, only you can do it. Because you know why? What's the success definition of it? You created your company and you know far more better where the company should go, where it should not go. How to actually reposition your company and how not. How to on a runtime, not lose the client.
Right.
If he's saying .NET instead of PHP and the marketing is like, oh no, we don't do that. PHP, we are PHP. And you would be like, F you. You would have just got it.
Yeah.
Got it? So you are the best person not to do the second highest thing also. You are only designated for the top thing.
Right.
Literally. To be the cash counter. See, let me tell you in the hotel business or whatever the small thing business. The boss sits on the cash counter and just counts the money.
Right.
He just brands the entire thing. Like, how was the food?
Yeah.
He just does that. That means your job is to how was the solution? It was good.
Yeah.
We would develop for your father's business also. You know what? That's your job. You know what? I heard your mom has a saloon, and she has 4 places. Wow, we can automate that.
Yeah.
Your job is to do that.
Yeah.
Because the marketer or the salesman or the branding person will never ever even think of doing it. You know what I think? He gave me a task and let me finish the task.
Right.
Job versus your vision. That's the difference between you marketing, branding and selling versus someone else doing it.
Right.
It's a big difference.
Right.
Even if you ask your biggest fan to do the branding, marketing, sales, they would fail, not because they have wrong intentions, because they are driven by targets, sales, tasks, deadlines, constraints. See, there's a big, very big detail on theory of constraints. I'll tell you what that is. The business can only grow as much as the constraints are. If there are no
Yeah.
correct? Simple? Now this is common sense. But just a moment. I can see now this work I'm going to delay it.
Right.
Got it?
Right.
Same thing. Whatever problems come into your life, like the database not working, the system not working, credentials wrong, you have to delete, delegate or delay it. Do not get excited to jump into it, because the moment you jump into it, it takes double, triple, 4 times the time to just come out of it and then think about your company's vision.
Right.
See, if you just cook food and eat, it takes time to eat, and then also it takes time to digest.
Right.
It's simple. If you do something, you take the responsibility automatically, and then what your employer will say, sir, you did it, please handle it yourself.
Yeah.
Because I don't know anything. So look, people have reasons to escape. I tell you, everyone including me is great at one skill, and that's a skill actually. We learn it from birth.
Right.
Genetics. We are great at escaping.
Yeah.
When I said that, consumers are the biggest domain of people who are great at that. Escapists. That means people know how to run away and not buy it. So now we have to put a system in place so strong enough that they would actually come and buy you. So when this is true, is it not so obvious that the best or the better than the best person to make this happen is only you?
Yeah. I love you.
That's it. Tomorrow onwards you still like, okay, he came, he talked, and what's the output? I give you only 3 things which will literally change you the entire course of your life, and you can do so many things other than and more than creating a OS. Literally, I'm telling you, if you just follow these 3 things. Quit touching the keyboard, quit touching the mouse, and quit the screen. I promise you, you would get so much that then you can just start doing it for leisure. Leisure is different than work.
Yeah.
Leisure is like you have a Skype call with someone else. See, look, I mean, when I said the context is more important. When I said quit the mouse, quit the screen, I never said it for like, don't do it for your life, right? I said it for work.
Right.
So get the context. I'm being very narrow and therefore I'm using the big words, but in a narrow way.
Right.
So please don't misunderstand me. So when I said, forget about the jab, and hook first. See, because if you hook, your small boat is going to anyways blindly follow the ship.
Right.
And you want that. You want that actually in life. Because I asked you the question, what do you want? I mean, like, you want the cloud thing, the thing, the actual thing, or you actually want money? Because if you hook up to money, this boat will actually come automatically.
Right.
I mean, you can just buy people. I'm using that word so bluntly, but yes, products.
Right.
This is like things, right? People are just like, you can just buy them. 300 per month, people would die to work for you today. 30,000 a month.
Right.
So today, people as assets, as a skills, as talent are buyable. They'll not be questioning you like, okay, tell me. No, they would be like, please hire me. 30,000 a month, I would work 12 hours.
Right.
So just focus on being out, debunk, be out of doing. Just be out. I don't care how you're great at. I just don't care. Meaning, if you're great at cooking a coffee, sorry, you have to come out of it because your dreams are more bigger than making a coffee. Simple.
Yeah.
Got it?
Yeah.
If you're great at cooking a biryani, really very sorry. Why? Because I'm not being biased. Because you said your dream is bigger than making your favorite biryani your style.
Right.
That's it. You know what? I love to do software testing. I came out of it. Quality analysis and stuff like that. I work for John Deere, but I came out of it. Okay. Here's what it is. People fall into romance of their business.
Is it good word?
Absolutely worst. Example. Hey, you know what? When I started my career and then I logged in the Facebook and I'm not going to leave it because I started and it changed my life. You fell into romance. You know what? This is my first office. The vibes are so good. It's going all good. I'm never ever going to leave my company. This office. Worst thing. You know what? She's my first employee. I just can't think of firing her. You know what? Worst thing. This client paid me double the money. I just cannot even think of saying a no to him. The worst thing. Okay, this is all shocking. Now what was common sense, which is actually relating to this, is the theory of constraints. The moment you say, you cannot say this and all, and you cannot leave these things which you are in romance of, those are constraints.
Right.
Meaning that if you have a girlfriend, the biggest, I'm talking the biggest, the most successful and the most beautiful girlfriend, right here, even she would be a constraint right now.
Yeah.
While talking to me.
Yeah.
So do you get that?
Yeah.
Simple. even the biggest asset, which otherwise is like, wow, I just love you, is the constraint in business.
Right.
That's it. That's it. And you know what? The constraint is, you actually have dreams. Why are you working?
Yeah, I got you.
Why are you working? You have dreams. Because people who have dreams sell.
Right.
And they get the cash.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so you say like, okay, then I'm getting everything now. Tell me what exactly I need to do. Okay? Quit working. Start problem solving. That's it. That's it. That's the end. Period. Quit working. Start problem solving. That's it. Get people's problems from the market.
Right.
Okay?
Solve them.
Exactly. You solve them by giving work to your.
Employee.
That's it.
Got you.
That's it. And now, very sorry, you have to face the rain. Very sorry, you have to face the sun. Very sorry, you have to go out and meet people and not fall in romance of the work.
Right.
I don't give a crap about what technology you use. You promise cloud and then you use data science, you win. Because you know what? You solve the fucking problem.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
That's it. You know what? A guest comes and they say, I want Coke. And you like, okay, you want Coke. And then you run out of Coke, and you just lose it. Because you fell in love with the Coke. But you never thought, you know what? Let me ask you, but don't mind. And this is where the crystal grab is, the hook is. Don't jab. Okay, Coke. Tell them, what the problem is. And they'll say like, oh, you know what? I really want something which will just kick me. And you'll say like, I have Red Bull for you. And they will be like, wow, I love you. Because they just don't know what is better. You got it?
Yeah.
See, your girlfriend, your mom, your dad just don't know better, and therefore they say, son, hey boyfriend, you have to go this way. You know what? Because they are lesser intelligent also.
Yeah.
And they just know so much. And it's not a overnight success story, the reason why you're the boss, right?
Yeah.
You know better and therefore you're the boss. And you made it yourself, because I never met you, you never met me. I can figure that out. Why? Because the reason being you are the boss itself signifies that you know something better.
Yeah.
Otherwise you would just yourself fall.
Yeah.
Meaning that when you are on top, you just cannot afford to do the bottom things.
Right.
Now let me come back and talk to you a minute about CHESS, chess. The most useful game to be learned in business. I highly recommend you put a wallpaper, I don't mind, on the Mac or your wallpaper, or you stick that to the wall, or you keep a physical thing, I don't mind. But I seriously recommend you see chess, visualize chess, or play chess in business. Okay, you got it? I took a 2-second pause because I wanted to actually be confused. And you're confused now. Okay, no problem. I've done my job. Now let me explain. Who are you? Are you the pawn, or the rook, or the camel, or the whatever, or the horse, or the elephant, or the queen, or the king?
Like the who can service any side.
Correct.
Yeah.
The queen can do anything. That is the queen. And the king is only one step at a time.
Right.
Okay, tell me. At the end, who all can just lose, but the X survives? King. Right?
Right.
So who are you?
So probably I should be king.
Got it?
I
Got
should
it?
be king, yeah.
Okay, the first consultation point you got it?
Yeah.
The good profit which you had, me coming over here, that
Yeah.
you got the confusion clear now.
Yeah.
You're not the queen. You are the king. Why? The reason why? Not because Nitin says and he's in romance right now. No. Because the king is the only one who's the answer to this question, that who all can just drop the company, but the expertise on the business survives. Literally.
Right.
Is the king.
Right.
Got it? Now you tell me. I'm not going to be, my voice. I want to be your voice so that you convince yourself. I'm not going to say. Who's the most least moving piece in the game. Least moving.
King itself.
Got it?
Yeah.
You have to be that. Meaning, in operations, you have to be like that. In the board of the chess, it's all operations, right?
Right.
It's not branding, marketing and sales. Are the people branding, marketing and selling themselves? No. They are on the operation. That's the war. The thing, the typing, the going on, the doing the things, right?
Right.
That's the game. But in that game, what the king does?
I'm confused.
Chess is about operations or management.
Of course, operations.
Got it?
Yeah.
Means you just cannot just hang on, just manage the things. You have to go, otherwise you'll be killed.
Okay.
It's the game, it's the operations, right?
Right.
Execution.
Right.
But in the execution game of chess, what the king does? Literally he does nothing, right?
Yeah, of course, nothing.
Literally.
Yeah.
Now in the game of this business, it's all execution.
Right.
You have to do the projects.
Of course.
But in this doing of projects, what you actually have to do, and you're the king, you accept it.
Yeah.
So now what you have to do? According to the chess rule, you have to just do
Nothing. In kind of operations, but in the kind of management. So like you
chess is a game of operations.
yes. But what in terms of management in that?
You have to be the, what you said, the queen.
Queen, exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. Now I'm very much clear, sir. I'm sorry.
Got it?
Yeah.
That's it. Okay. To clear the basic concept of not this business consultation, but the basic concept, I'll clear you. Life is not two sides. It's three sides. Example. How many sides does the coin have? Everyone says two. But you can actually make the coin stand, right?
Yeah.
And that's the third. Correct? Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Doing operations and doing management, both are only science and art was taught by the academicians, by the world, but it is dead wrong. You know what's the middle thing? Sales, marketing, branding. It's never taught to you.
Right.
Look, you got married because their family sold a person out. Meaning, see, selling in this context doesn't mean that, right? Otherwise I'll be killed for this.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
Sold means they have just given away at a cost of their sacrifice, not money. Correct? We are sacrificing a son for your daughter or vice versa. That means there's a cost to it. And that's the way this particular person in this family has branded, marketed and sold. And then happens the management and the operations. So you are the king of your game.
Right.
Yes. Because when you say the game itself, see the game, when I say the game, it's operations.
Right.
When you say, okay, play with me. The moment you say play, it's operations. You have to operate, you have to do something.
Right.
Exactly. So when I'm saying about like, you have to every day visualize the game of chess, means that even if there are 8 pawns and things like that, the pawns are like, labor, service providers, internet service providers, or electricity supply, or the guy who's sitting down, secretary desk, phone guy, everyone. Pawns. The backend team which you have is the developers, right? Who actually do the things or something like that. The reason why I'm asking you to actually have the visualization of chess in your gameplay of business, the sport business gameplay of business, is that I want you to understand that you're going to lose. Your pawns, your assets, your people. But does that mean that you are going to lose? Does that mean that?
No.
That's the hope.
Right.
But now let me correct it. It's not a hope, it's the truth. Got it?
Yeah.
So now I highly recommend you fire the first employee of your company. Don't fall in romance if the need be.
Yeah.
If the need be.
Right.
You come out of your lucky office if the need be.
Right.
Because practicality is more important than your perception.
Right.
Look, The customer doesn't give a fuck about, is this office lucky to me or not?
Yeah.
The client doesn't give any fuck about whether this employee is first or second or 238.
Right.
That's it. You have to be the customer. I told you. What I said, you have to be on the page of the customer. That's it. Do you give any fuck about like if I deny this meeting? You said like, see, listen, I just told you 10 p.m.
Right.
Got it?
Yeah.
I have to come to your page. You get me?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
I conducted my business sitting down on the floor. I charged 20,000 upfront on day one. It happened. There's no comparison to the operations versus the sales, marketing and branding.
Right.
Means you can sell so high but can do so low at operations and management. There is no connection. Means that you can literally sell the cheapest, you would laugh at this technology at 5 lakh rupees and there would be no connection. Got it?
Yeah.
But who has that brain? Got it?
Yeah.
That's it. You know, your marketer or your sales girl has no idea that they could take the advantage of the customer.
Right.
Because if they say 20,000 for a website and they become so happy and they will say like, take the check. If you were there, you would have quoted, you know what, we could give you more.
Yeah.
50,000. And they would be like, wow, take it. The negotiations,
Right.
correct? The convincing and the profit appraisal is only in the hands of
Me.
yes.
Yeah.
And you could have literally earned 1 month extra salary in that 1 minute
Yeah.
because you were the king. And you know what you said? You said 2 cases. In the first game you said, see, I'm the king, move. Let me go.
Yeah.
And then all you're doing is 1 step and he's out. You're taking the 2nd step, that things are out. And you're thinking, you got it?
Yeah.
Your speed is slow.
Right.
Because in operations, if kings move, the speed is going to be dead slow.
Right.
So if you're the king, why I said you quit in business, right?
Right.
Quit the 3 things, 1, 2, 3. See, they're looking at you. 1, 2, 3. There's only the mouse, keyboard and monitor, that's it. Meaning that you cannot touch both, but you still can work by telling them, now click this, okay, now do this. That's also work.
Right.
Correct? So I want you to just erase the 3 things from your life for work.
Right.
Why? Because in operations, when you agree that you are the king and you are the game, that you have the authority, whom to send, whom to not, and what to do, what to not, delegation, and allow them to play. Why? Because when you're the king, you have the least speed in operations.
Right.
Because it doesn't matter even if the king is the prime minister of this country. It doesn't matter.
Right.
Because success is unbiased. That's it. Success is, because I said success, I didn't say me, because I'm not here to give you any personal advice.
Right.
Because I'll be doing the most foolish thing in my life to impress you.
Right.
Why I said personal advice? People who give personal advice just to impress people. And those people who would actually tell the truth would give no shit about how people feel and how much business they make or something like that. That's like, I'm sharing you the curtain open, the land grab of the thing called success because you want the money.
Yeah.
That's it. So now, when you know that your speed will become the least when you actually go yourself, because you can only take 1 step at a time every chance you get.
Right.
That's it. Meaning in real life, you only have 2 hands. How many projects will you do? How many problems will you solve?
Right.
I mean, like, you don't have 10 heads. So how much will you think? How much will you plan deeper into this problem? Because you say like, okay, this is just a shitty problem and then I'm going so deep in it. To just come out of this particular thing in mind, it would take me 2 days.
Right.
It happens in practicality, literally.
Yeah.
Forget about technicality. It's like, you can just kill thoughts in your technical life. It's like, okay, a thought, leave it. It doesn't happen in practical life.
Right.
Just a client, just leave it. Security guard, it doesn't happen. The security guard can be the most challenging person to crack up than the HR.
Yeah.
Practical life. So just do not underestimate the power of practicality, and I would say blindfold yourself and trust only one thing: practical life. Means what? Trust that they are not going to trust you, and therefore be like, you know what? We'll show you that we can create solutions, and the first 5% we're going to give you the free demo. Just taste this, and we know that you would love the solution. We are not here to impress you. Just take a chance. Just don't play by yourself. Play by practicality.
Yeah.
Means like you say to them, I know it's very hard for you to trust me, but let me give you the 5%. Just taste this. And if you feel good, we are there. 95% we're going to charge you. So I'm not going to smile at you. I mean, just check out what we have got. Got it?
Yeah.
That hard you go. You don't go like, hey, hi, how are you? Like sleazy, shaggy. No. Got this?
Yeah.
Real simple, real simple. Just trust this. Do the game and delegate the game. That's the game. Do the game up and delegate the game down, and that's the game.